Sunday, September the 15th, and the village of Denton in Kent, southeast England, plays host to a weekend charity event in aid of the Royal Air Force Benevolent Fund. At the heart of the village community is the Jackdaw Inn, made famous by its role in the 1969 film The Battle of Britain, starring Christopher Plummer and Susanna York. Such is the interest not only in the Battle of Britain but in World War II in general, that throughout Europe there were many former military vehicles in private hands. A large proportion have been saved from the scrap heap by their owners. In many cases, they're in better condition now than when they came off the production line. The majority are owned by living historians who dress up in period costumes that accurately portray the uniforms of the day. On display this weekend are the remains of artefacts from the actual Battle of Britain that took place in the skies 4 miles above this and the surrounding Kent villages in the long hot summer of 1940. 84 years earlier, Sunday, September the 15th, 1940, marked a pivotal day in the Battle of Britain when, thanks to a handful of brave pilots whose average age was 19, turned the tide against the German Luftwaffe in the skies above England. Fighting alongside them were volunteers from many countries from throughout the world, including America, Canada and the Commonwealth. A large proportion of these volunteers came from Eastern Europe, whose countries had been overwhelmed by the Germans and fled to Britain. These included Czechs and a large contingent of Polish pilots, as this reenactor portrays in character during his lecture. Such is the Battle of Britain ingrained in the psyche of the British that there is even a newly published book celebrating the making of the 1969 film Battle of Britain. Equally as famous as the film is Britain's love of real ale, and what better way to celebrate but to let whatever hair you have left down with a few pints and a bit of rock and roll. Not all the fun is left to the adults. Children too can enjoy the music with a bit of rough and tumble. Away from the marquee, the atmosphere is a little more sedate. Throughout the weekend events, there are many examples of rare motor vehicles, including these motorcycles. This event attracts many colourful characters, such as this gentleman who rescued this amazing example of a motorbike and sidecar that served with the German African Corps in the Sahara Desert. It was discovered in a farmer's barn in Czechoslovakia and brought back to England.
This would then go ahead of the Panzer units, be about 5 or 6 of them, and find out what's going on.
The village of Denton is a little over 9 miles from the coast and the White Cliffs of Dover. It is little wonder then that the following song played such an important role in maintaining the morale of the populace during some of the darkest days of our history.
There'll be love and laughter and peace ever after tomorrow when the world is free. The shepherd will tend his sheep, the valley will bloom again, and Jimmy will go to sleep in his own little room again. There'll be bluebirds on fire, the White Cliffs of Dover tomorrow, just you wait and see. The shepherd will tend his sheep, the valley will bloom again, and Jimmy will go to sleep in his own little room again. There'll be bluebirds on fire, the White Cliffs of Dover tomorrow, just you wait and see.
Never in the field of human conflict was so much owned by so many and so few.